Hi, it's Maija here with my Friday reads. I have just finished a couple of books. I finished Anne Leckie's Provenance and Paul Cornell's A Long Day in Litchford. Provenance is a science fiction novel which is set in the same universe as Anne Leckie's Imperial Raj trilogy, and A Long Day in Litchford is the third Litchford novella, which is set in a small town in contemporary London, and it follows three witches. And both of these were a bit of a disappointment when compared to the books that I have read before in those particular worlds. I really enjoyed the Imperial Raj trilogy, and while I enjoyed Provenance as well, it was on a lower scale. I did like the characterization of the main character, but I did not find myself rooting for her as much as I rooted for Breck in the Ancillary Justice books. There was one side character that I really enjoyed, and I did like the writing style, and I liked the universe and the people and aliens in it. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars instead of the 4 and 5 stars that I gave to the Imperial Raj trilogy, and I don't think I will remember it as long, sadly. Some of it might be because it was due to the library and I knew I had a deadline and I had to finish it quite fast. But still, I like the first third perhaps the most, and then my interest sort of waned. But it was still a good science fiction story, so 3.5 stars to that. And then I had the same response with Paul Cornell's A Long Day in Litchford. I really liked the first novella, The Witches of Litchford. And then the second one I liked, but not as much. And now the third one I liked even less. In the second one, I think it was the ending that fell a bit flat for me, but I really enjoyed following the characters. But in the third one, I didn't find myself enjoying the characters or the plot as much. It felt sort of rushed, both character and plot-wise, and some parts of it felt awkward to me, even though I still really enjoy Paul Cornell's quite readable writing style and the characters themselves, even though I didn't find that we got enough of the characters in this one. So that was perhaps a bit of a lackluster start to my reading year, even though they were fine books. But I'm currently reading Phantom Pains by Michelle Baker, which is the second book in her Arcadia Project series. This is about a woman who in the first book was hired to the Arcadia Project, which is this project that governs the travel between Los Angeles and Fairy. So it's an urban fantasy book, and it's so somehow exciting. I mean, Michelle Baker's writing style is so readable and so exciting that it catches me with it. I planned to read one chapter of this before falling asleep yesterday, and ended up reading like a lot more and staying awake a lot longer than I should have. The first book is called Borderline, and that is because the main character has borderline personality disorder. And that part is own voices, since Michelle Baker also has that same disorder. And then I also have one library book, which is Strange Practice by Vivian Shaw. This is about a doctor who works with the undead in London. I think this is an urban fantasy. I wasn't sure yet before if it was urban or historical, but based on the skyline on the cover, I now see that there is London Eye on the cover there. So that was an update on my reading. I also have a bit of a whole part to this, because I finally got 2 books in the mail, and these are from the BookTube SFF Secret Santa. And these got a bit delayed in the mail, but I know who my Secret Santa is, and that is Thomas from SFF 180. And I wanted to open this on camera because I want to see if I can guess what he got me. So I had a wish list on Book Depository where my Secret Santa could choose what they wanted to send me. And when I learned that it was Thomas, I became quite sure that one of these books would be Arabella of Mars. And that was on my wish list. So I am guessing this book in this larger envelope is Arabella of Mars. Let's see if I am right. Oh, it's not! It's Behind the Throne by K.B. Wages. You completely surprised me, Thomas. So this is one that I am quite excited about, because it seems like a great space adventure about a woman who is a gun runner, but she has to go and rule her empire. Thanks, Thomas. So now I don't know if I'm right about the second one. It is mass market paperback size, and based purely on that, I'm guessing this is Knight's Master by Tanith Lee, because that was the only mass market paperback on my wish list as far as I can remember. So let's see. No, this one is Arabella of Mars. I didn't know it was this size. So I guessed Arabella of Mars. I just guessed it for the wrong package. So this is sort of a science fiction of manners, maybe I would call it. A science fiction adventure of Arabella of Mars, who disguises herself as a boy and joins the crew of the Diana, a ship serving the Mars Trading Company. As you can see, it's an airship. Space airship. In this it says that the first expedition to Mars was made in the late 1600s in this world. And I'm so happy for both of these choices, so thanks again, Thomas. Well chosen. As far as we are in the haul part, I have to say that I bought one more book in 2017 after I did my end of the year book haul. I'm trying not to buy any books in January at least, but I did buy Changeling by Victor Laval. But it's a horror story about, I think, a family that has to deal with a changeling. And it was a Kindle daily deal right during the New Year's, those last days of 2017, so I picked that one up as well. And that's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know how you feel about any of these books, and I will see you later. Bye!